Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Can't Catch a Break. I'm DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. I want to thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Thank you so much, family and friends, loved ones. Thank you all. Some of you are probably at work, but that's understandable. Or some of you probably sleep. Well, you get a chance. I want you to listen to this podcast, Can't Catch a Break. I tell you, because what's going on right now, hmm, sometimes you don't have a break. So I just want to let you know that hey, you can make it, you can make it, you can make it. Accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. So thank you all once again for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Oh, we have a good episode on today. We do really have a good episode on today. Yes, we do. So thank you all. I always like y'all a big shout. Okay, on today's episode, my question has, been always, sometimes I do questions I just like to just really think about before I just respond in a way that, sometimes you get like, indicative about, my questions I be asking. Okay. One of the things I want to say, should the Constitution, do you think the Constitution should be changed? Do you think the Constitution should be changed? Well, many people today will probably say no, and some will say yes. And if you'd like to poll us, go ahead, POLL. Tell us what you think. I would love to hear from you and those that's out there listening. And first time, we thank you again for listening. You don't have to listen to this podcast, but we appreciate you. We love you, me and Dr. Charlene. But do you think the Constitution should be changed? For me, I say yes. I want to tell you why. Because there's too much power given to one person. It's supposed to be the Congress. It's supposed to be the Senate and the equal branches of government. We see the power now. Lifetime appointed judges. That's really when you look at that, they're not really in this day and time. From the forefathers that have written the Constitution, they're abuse of power when we look at it. Okay, because should the Supreme Court be into politics? No. The way it is right now, and you have a Chief Justice we see right here who's seems siding in politics. You see what's going on. They okay, and then they bring the cases before them. This is politics now. They're supposed to be upholding the law of the land, but we see six of them now as trying to. Well, I'm not trying to, assuming they are they are more siding with. Assume they are more siding with a certain party, political party. We see this. Um, and you see the rulings, why these rulings are brought before the Supreme Court and rejected, and from both sides, because there's too much power given to one person. The Congress is not running, doing their job when it's one party that seems to dominate, have more power over one other party, meaning the Republicans over the Democrats, same as the Senate. And you see what's happening right now, right? We see this chaos. And I think when it comes to tariffs, I think that the president should have that much power because you can take a country into debt. It all falls back on the consumer. We see it's happening now for this year, 2025, going into 2026, on to 2028. The bill was passed. Our debt ratio, things of that nature, when it comes to quality of life, will be changed. People will lose out homes and businesses will close. Recession will take place. Um, there'll be a lot of changes happening right in 2025. A lot of corruption going on. We see, assuming a lot of corruption is going on right now. The law is not being obeyed like it should. That's why it's important to change the Constitution now. Because when you have someone, and who said that it was okay for a felon to hold a president, hold the office of president? Nowhere in our Constitution says that. But that's why it should be changed because we let a felon in. We let, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or independent. If you're a felon, you don't have a right to be a president of the United States because you violated the law. The law is for the lawless, okay? And they should change that when it comes to just a lot of things need to be changed. I mean, really, because when you see what's happening right now you don't have to. We see now you don't have to go to Congress to do what you want to do when it comes to executive orders. You can do things, go past Congress, take it to the Supreme Court, and still the Supreme Court will excite those that's on that branch. I think they should just limit the lifetime of judges because right now it's not a good time to have lifetime judges that are siding with a political party. We see it, and many people won't speak up. When you look at the politicians that voters have elected, especially when comes to one president who's has fear, he'll primary you. Okay, he talks about people that are, I mean, who goes against him. He seeks out vengeance for those that went against him from January 6th. The things is doing, this has never happened to any president from George Bush to Barack Obama, none of Jimmy Carter or Reagan, but we're seeing all this take place. But do you see your politicians standing up for you? Do you see them going, your U.S. senators? No, they want to keep their jobs. They want to keep their salary. They want to keep their benefits. So they're quiet. But the people are the one that voted you in. And some people say, yeah, he's doing real great. He hasn't done anything wrong. But he's not going like when it comes to the branches of government, he's not going to the Congress. He's just bypassing the Congress and doing the power of the purse. They have power, but he's bypassing that. He's the Department of Justice who we have on his cabinet. Look what they're doing. The people that he used for attorneys are being hired when he was doing his cases are being hired. Gifts from the Mali cause in the Constitution, from we can accept gifts from foreign entities. This is taking place. Businesses that are being established overseas with foreign entities, that it shouldn't be happening like that. Okay, we've seen a lot of things as being cut. People, Medicaid, Medicare. These people, you retire from a job to Social Security and they taking that away from you. Is that right? Is that right? This is some things that need to be addressed, and I know that the Senate or Democrats or the Congress, any politician that's in when it comes to Senate and Congress, they can't sue. It have to be an outside source to sue the federal government because they work for the federal government. So this is why a lot of laws, things are taking place because um, they can't do it. They can't sue their own because they work for the same government. So this is what's taking place right now. Do you believe in authoritating? You believe authoritative? I can't say the word authoritative or a dictatorship. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see the difference? Okay, the rule of law has been not effective. Officers, police officers, and all the FBI's different agencies are being cut. Money is not being funded. It's controlled. Grants are being taken away for people with disabilities, mental illness, things of that nature. The state, they want to put everything to the state. The state doesn't have that much money because it's imported from the federal government who taxpayers are paying. And you have people that's in these offices that chair different, oversee different departments from the Ways and Means Committee to different departments of finances. You see these from judicial branches. You see where this certain party, we see the Republican Party, that they control everything even when it comes to voting for, even to try to appeal something that was wrong. They all stick together because they fear Trump. They won't go as the law says. innocent until proven guilty. But then yet, if another party like the Democrat Party do something, they want to put it on the forefront. But this one here, this situation with Comey and firing Comey and his daughter, and all because what he's seeking vengeance because what because during the time he was investigated and he didn't do Comey didn't do right by certain things, James Comey, so he's after him. We see this taking place. And we see now we don't have the White House just because they say the White House is Department of Justice. They're not siding with the people. They're just saying anything because they're siding with Trump. The Department of Justice is to me is the move. Well, I mean, I never seen nothing like this since you know we had good FBI people in there. We had Christopher Wray was very good. He resigned. He could have stayed in. Okay, because of Trump warning them out because of the Mar-a-Lago deal. We see that. So there's a lot of things that's taking place now. He in there. He's telling the Attorney General is supposed to be the lead officer uh, what to do in a way where she's overreaching her boundaries. We see by law, okay, in your Constitution, we said, we see this happening. Now, many people say, well, why are you just talking about this? Because we got to live here. Okay, we see the news. We see it happening, and this is never since I've been born, since I really been born and grew up. I would never. I went to school. I never saw anything like this before. Okay, and this is how America, the tyranny of America. This is how things in America start sinking, little by little. When you got politicians, the voters that voted you in, siding with things that is not healthy for the American people, no matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, or independent. You're paying taxes and all that, and the billionaires, our class, are getting richer. They'll pay less taxes this year than a person that's on and poor middle class. See, and this is important. This is why the Supreme Court. I've never seen the Supreme Court like this. I don't understand it. I don't. Is it fear? You got protection. Okay, you got protection. They just the sitting hearing for protection for y'all. What's going on? Your lifetimers, the people looking at y'all. Well, hey, you know what? Stand up for the people. We're in crisis here. These Supreme Court judges that's siding with the Department of Education and kids ain't gonna have schoolings and children will not have food to eat because these programs are being cut. We're letting foreigners come here, a billionaire comes in and go through the Treasury Department and all that, not been vetted. This is something we never had. And they let them go in and look at everybody's data, information. I thought there was a Privacy Act. So what America? That's why we need to change the Constitution. Too many doors have been opened. And only reason why this is happening because this Congress and Senate on the Republican side are not standing up saying, well, you can't do that. It's not constitution. That's unconstitutional. You can't do this. You can't do that. But they letting it go. And you got people in these means committees and the and the in Congress. I mean, and there's a lady they're using right now. I don't know her name is, but Green, whatever her name is. She just side with everything Trump says goes, and she's like not MT Green. I'm talking about this other one Green, or said Fox, whatever her name is, and she just don't even. I mean, when you look at her, they just use her because when you look at it, she really is only siding because to me, I think that she really understands the law. Does she understand, or she just saying no ways to get back because to to make Trump proud. So there's a lot of things people will argue today, both sides. The Constitution, it is a foundational document. One nation should be respected, and but now it's not being respected right now because we see it's been violated. It's been unconstitutional. I mean, really, when we look at the things that's taking place here, universities and stuff is not being funded. They have to go to court. It's a lot of court cases, and then a federal judge who shoots down something that's make common sense about education. It goes to the Supreme Court, being filed, appeal, and the Supreme Court goes, he could do whatever he wants to do. Civil workers are losing their jobs. Federal workers are losing their jobs. I thought they was protected. Federal workers are protected. I mean, you see the judges are. I mean, really, these federal judges are trying to do their job, Republican and Democrat, but they've met resistance from the Supreme Court. When you look at it, you've been following the news, right? So I just wanted to talk about why this Constitution should be changed. It needs to be changed. America is in trouble, people. America is in trouble. Okay? All right? The voting rights, your voting rights, things like that. Your voting rights. Yes, they're trying to take away your voting rights. Mm-hmm. To try to, they say, steal the election. Well, if you look at that too, that needs to be changed too. Because too much power given on that when it comes to making decisions and they're not done the right way.
Powered by Riverside FM.
So when we look at this situation about changing the Constitution, it should be changed, okay? Because there's a lot of things that's been right now has been unconstitutional right now, and it's been unconstitutional. It have. I mean, really, you better read. And the reason is Christians, we pray. Christians pray. We believe that God is in control. We believe that He's going to watch over us, all that. But to sit back and don't do nothing and don't speak up under the Constitution, you have a right to speak under the Constitution and don't do anything. But they let the same ones get back in office from South Carolina, North Carolina, Illinois, Denver, Maryland, Alabama, you name it, Utah, okay, Kentucky, all right, Michigan, okay, New York, that's okay, Texas. You see all these things that's happening. Immigration, people's rights are being violated without due process. Yeah, the news informed us on all this stuff. Okay, people are being showed, just grabbed off the streets. Citizens, 6-year-old kids could be dying of cancer, and yet the treatment. And now people are scared to go outside. Yes, they are. The ones that are here over here, but they could be legal. And if you're a Mexican, you know what? They might just grab you and say you're not a citizen. Yeah, it's getting bad. Where's our laws at? That's why this Constitution must be changed. Yes, firing people, judges, firing people, expected generals because they don't do their job. Firing people, judges, but yet you get in these hearings and you lie. The things they say you weren't gonna do it when they put you on the cabinet, you do the opposite. If you don't have a conscience of that, then guess what? You ain't gonna be happy in life. And I see them. A lot of them that make these decisions ain't gonna be happy. They ain't gonna be able to sleep at night because one day it's gonna end. Who knows? The Democrats in 2026 would take the House and the Senate. Then what? Only the Democrats are gonna do that. To me, what I see them doing is fighting for people. What I see Republicans are doing are kicking people out of office, closing down programs. Okay, they're doing a lot of things, disobeying direct orders from a judge, deportations, and when we look at this is serious times we're living in. Trying to shut down funding of PBS broadcasting those news stations, restrictions on media outlets and social outlets. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening. This is why the Constitution should be changed. Okay, now and no matter if you're a Republican or Democrat, you got to obey the laws of the land. Okay, you got to obey the laws of the land. And what we see here is the cabinet can't get none of them subpoena, go to court. They won't subpoena. Just to ask questions, not court, but to before Congress or Senate. They won't come. That's a direct order from the judge. Yeah, but they won't show up. But yet you're doing things to bring attention. These Republicans are bringing attention to themselves by first of all, Attorney General saying that they have a book. They have a list. Then you say you ain't got the list. Okay, and people want to see it. They know it's a list. And some people say they know it's a list. There's one probably out there. What y'all think? There's a list. See, when you look at Epstein, right? He was a powerful man, rich man. He had other friends. He had people that that was with him, even with Donald Trump. There's some things that we see. I'm assuming that Donald Trump was involved, along with a lot of other celebrities. So when I think about this Constitution, see, the Constitution can protect you, but it's like they want to have people in jail. They want to throw people in jail. Okay, uh, and no innocent until proven guilty. Go out to certain political figures. We're seeing this right now. We're seeing this right now. We got what next year for the change, and but I can see in a year, I can see a lot of things will be handled well. People will be probably giving their jobs back. Um, Company, those state workers, federal workers, were getting their jobs back. There'll be a vote to try to change this decision when it comes to Medicare. I think something good will happen to it. And see, I just want to say that this is why these things need to be changed. Because people are hurting, um, and it's like, okay, well, you're 70 years old, you can work, so you don't need Social Security. Huh? What is going on? You work too? Oh, no, Medicare. You can work 70 years old, so you don't need Medicare. Wow. The Constitution is the bedrock of the nation, legal and political system, uh, and have frequent amendments that could undermine its authority and lead to instability. Hear that? And this is where we at right now. Important. Why is important instability? See, the Constitution is the bedrock of the nation's political system, and frequent amendments could undermine its authority to and lead to instability. And we know what that is. We know that things can be taken out of place, right, in the wrong way. So amendments, like any law, can have unintended consequences, and that's why you be careful. That people have to be careful next time um, when faced to try to change it the right way. Well, it'll help people, it won't hurt people, and we seeing this taking place. So keep living. 2025, it's not over. There's some things that's gonna happen. There's some lives gonna change. People are gonna resign. A recession is gonna take place. Investments, the stock market might crash. Um, a lot of things gonna happen. And because there's no sense of direction, and people are really hurting. And there's nothing to be done, only but cut jobs, fire people, you know, families and stuff in the military. And I mean, really, it's just getting up there. The people, when it's all said and done, America is in trouble. Unless God come in and change, which is they making him mad anyway, because what they're doing to people. God does not like that. If you don't believe me, I'm not trying to force anything on you, but there's a time coming that right now His mercy and His grace is sufficient. So I just wanted to share that with you that the Constitution should be changed. Too much power given to one person. It should be the Department of Justice should have people that's actually in there that can handle cases and should have a supervisor over it to make sure that everything is done right. But we see those things have been cut in the Department of Justice also. So everything that goes to the office where Trump is, guess what? We're not having that the Office of Affairs and anything to deal with stuff like that. Then guess what? It's going to happen. It ain't going to be done. No supervisor, nobody in there. Nowhere, so it looks bad. So I like to just share that. I like to just keep people. Do you think the Constitution should be changed? I think it is. Too much manipulation. hmm I mean, really, manipulation. I mean, really, is big. And that's the thing is when consequences like amendments in the law does have unintended unintended consequences because of what sometimes people can get in power and they could do what they want to do to a point where people can be hurt by it. So there should be some balances, checks and balances and things, which we ain't seen. We never seen that. Politicians that want to keep their jobs and don't work for the people shouldn't be in office. If they just seeing things how things are going and agreeing to everything, which is you can't be agreeing to everything because of what we see could ruin America. If it ain't for the better, then it shouldn't be. I mean, really. So that's what is important to change. Do you think it should be changed? hmm Yeah. So it need to be amended again for needs of rights and all that. hmm So those things happen. So thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. I'm DJ and Dr. Shard. Thank you all again. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh. Yes. Here. I'm DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. Please poll us. Tell us what you think. I love to have conversations. It's good to disagree and agree. It's good to talk about things that affect us. It's good to come together. So let's talk. I keep saying this all the time. Those listening to this podcast, you know, and some say, really, I don't like this podcast. I don't like that podcast. Whatever. But you know what, though? We love you. We love you, and nothing you can do about it. Okay. But we're just here to speak the truth, the facts. This is not something we made up. We do our research. We do find out the truth from where it came from. We're not making anything up. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Get your good laugh on, okay? So thank you all again. I keep on saying thank you. Please poll us, subscribe. Hey, you know what? Hey, we can make the world while we're here a better place. Yes, we can. In spite of what's going on. Yeah. But there's unity, there's strength. Tell your politician that's out there that's not following the Constitution. Tell them you don't want them in office no more. You have somebody to obey the law of the land. Lead by example. As a Christian, I say you should be lead by example always because you love God. Okay. So thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. I'm DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. Oh yes, can't catch a break. All right, have a good and fantastic and a wonderful day. May you always have blessings and may things come your way. All right, bye bye. Every dog must have his day. This